Android tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about Android Studio. I'm going to teach you 24 amazing Android Studio shortcuts. So let's learn about it. Android Studio shortcuts, you can think these shortcuts as your keyboard shortcuts, as your secret weapon for coding. So they let you do things in Android Studio much faster than using your mouse. Okay, so why learn these shortcuts? You can learn these shortcuts. Why to learn these shortcuts? If you want to look like a coding ninja, like a pro level coding ninja, then you should use these shortcuts. Okay, so if you want to do things much faster, like with like instead of minutes you can just do it in seconds, then you can choose to learn these shortcuts. And also it's gonna increase your efficiency, so you need to do less clicking. You don't need to use your mouse, so it's more like a coding. Okay, so if you want to do a pro level of coding, then you should learn using the shortcuts. Okay, so the interesting thing about this one is, like, you also need to know the difference between Mac and Windows. So the key difference is, like, if you use the command, so you have a command on Mac which is like control in Windows. Okay, so you also have a option on Mac which is like a alt on Windows. All right, so now let's learn about getting things around. Okay, so like a navigation. So we're going to learn about the shortcuts that helps you move around Android Studio and your project. So the first thing is, like, what you want to do is save your work. So if you want to save your work, always use Command and S. Okay, which will have you to save your work. You see, it's like saving your work. So this is already always, so you have to save all your opening files. So you need to do this often, like Command S for saving in Mac, and Control plus S is in Windows. So now let's jump to the second shortcut, that is searching for anything. So how do you search for anything in your Android Studio? Is like, just need to tap 2 times shift. So you're gonna search here anything. Okay, so it opens a search box, as you can see here, to find files, codes, settings, symbols, and it's very super useful. So text, you can search for anything. Okay, so here, as you can see here, any. So this is the same key shortcut is used also for the Windows. I'm using the Mac operating system, but you can use also for Windows. You can use a shift. Okay, which is gonna open this search for anything search box. And moving further, so if you want to go to the specific file, what you can do is Command Shift and plus O. Okay, so you can go to the specific file, like my file. You see, you can go to the my activity. So this is the file that I want to go. So you can go to the specific file using this command. Okay, so it's Command Shift plus O, and for Windows it's Control plus Shift plus N. So you can type the file name and jump straight to it. Okay, so you can jump straight to it. You see, my activity. Okay, so now let's move further. So what you want to do is, you want to go to the class. Okay, so a particular class. So what you can do is just Command and O. You can just go to the particular class, like my annotated class. Okay, so this is for the Mac, and for Windows you can use the command Control plus N. Okay, so this is the shortcut. My annotated class. You see, you go to the your annotated class, and this types, like, you type the class name and you jump right to it. Okay, so this is the shortcut. And now let's go to the method or a variable. So how to can you go to the method or a variable? You can, in Mac you can use Command Option and plus O. So you can go to the respective method or a variable. So you can use my event number. You can see, you can go right to that. And for Windows it's Control plus Alt plus Shift plus N. Okay, so That's for the Windows. Okay, so you type the method or a variable name and jump right to it. Okay, so that's it. And now let's go to find a text in the current file. So it's pretty simple. It's like command and F, and control plus F in for Windows. So you can search for the specific text within the file you are currently looking. Okay, so let's check out the filter. You see filter, you have three filters, you know, 1 2 3. You can just check it here. It's number of filters. You can just navigate the next to the next occurrence. Next occurrence is it's pretty simple. So what about finding the text in the whole project? So you can find the text in the whole project by using the command Shift and F. You just find in the your whole project. Okay, so it's a filter in the whole project. This is the entire project, and you can just find this many occurrences of this text. Okay, so the same keyword is for control plus shift plus F is for the Windows. Okay, so it searches for the specific text across all your project files, as you can see here. Okay, so going back to where you last edited, so you can just use command shift and backspace if you want to go to, for example, okay, let me edit something here, like I edited this file. Okay, so now you are navigating to some other files, like let's see the Kotlin extension. And if you want to go back to the to where you last edited, you just can use command shift and the backspace. You see, I just edited this file. You can just go right directly jump to the file where you last edited. Okay, so this quickly jumps back to the last place where you made the changes. So this is pretty handy tool. Okay, so what do you want to okay, so now let's jump to the another command. So let's see the recently opened files. So how can you see the recently opened files? It's command and E. You see, these are all the recently opened file, and for the Windows it's control plus E, the keyword. And this is command E for Mac OS. So this shows the list of files you have recently opened. Okay, so these are the list of files that I have recently opened. Okay, so let's close the current file tab. Okay, so how can I close the current file tab? It's like it's pretty simple. Command and W, it will close the current file tab. And for Windows it's control plus F4, and this closes the file you are currently working on. So how to, okay, let's jump to the another command shortcut. So how do we switch between the open files? So it's like command no, it's like control and tab, control tab, control and tab. So you switch between this your files, you know, it's like a switcher. So you can switch between your files. Okay, commits project, so you can switch it between your opened files, or so this opens the pop-up to switch between open files. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Okay, as you can see here. So what about opening the settings? It's like simple, like you just need to use command and plus comma, it will open the settings window. Okay, so this is also another handy keyword. So for Windows it's control plus alt plus S. Okay, so this opens the Android Studio settings. And so okay, let's talk about writing code easier. So there are some shortcuts to write your code easier. So this helps you to write code more quickly and efficiently. So how can you generate codes like getter setters? It's pretty simple. You can just use command and N. You see, you can generate like for example command N, you can generate you see uh, like for example command N, you can generate, you see, to string or write methods, implement test, you know. So this is a simple handy tool to automatically create common codes like getter setters, constructors, etc. So how can you complete your code? So you can just use control space. It's same for the Windows, it's control plus space. So Android Studio will suggest how do you finish what you're typing. So like for example, you have F control and space. So you see there are some complete your code, you know. So this is how you can complete your code, you know. Okay, so for the smart code completion you can also do the command shift plus space. Okay, command shift plus space will do the smart code completion. Okay, so Android Studio will suggest code based on the type of the variable you are working with. Okay, so value command shift enter. You see, so this was on automatically being suggested by the, it was like a smart code completion. Okay, that Android Studio suggested code based on the type of the variable we are working with. So now how can you complete the current line? It's also like command shift plus enter. Okay, so how can you delete the whole line? Deleting line. Okay, so if this is my line, I want to delete this, so you can just use command and backspace, so it's gonna delete the line. For Windows it will be control plus Y. And how can you duplicate the line? It's pretty simple. I want to duplicate this line, it's command D, it's gonna duplicate it. Okay, so for Windows it's like control plus D. Okay, and command space, I delete this. Okay, so you, if you want to comment your line, you can also check on here. You can comment the line with this command plus slash. Okay, so I want to just comment the line, just can use this shortcuts. All right. Similarly, for commenting the block of the code is command shift plus slash, and for Windows it's control plus shift plus slash. So how can you surround the code with try catch if it is necessary? For example, I want to surround this code with the try catch, so I just use control option and T, so I can use surround with the widget, or like, okay, for example, let's see if I can surround this one. Command shift T, you can just surround this. Let me give the simple example. Okay, let's go inside the function. Okay, where is the extension? Okay, what if I want to surround this with the try catch? Command option T. You see, you can just use try finally, try catch finally. You know, it's automatically generating this this code. It's gonna be very helpful shortcut for you guys. So you can wrap the selected code in and if statements like try catch block, etc. Okay. So how can you go to the definition? You can just go to the definition by command B. No uses here, so let's go about here, command B. Go to the definition of something. Okay, so it jumps to where a variable, method or class is being defined. Okay, control B for Windows. And for showing the documentation for this swap is you just need to use control J, control J. It's gonna show you the documentation, and control Q, control plus Q for the Windows. That's it. And for formatting your code, it's a simple example. Just need to select the code, command shift L will format your code. Okay, so this is pretty simple. This automatically fixes the spacing and indentation of your code to make it look neat and clean. Okay, so that's it for the shortcuts. And what are some key tips for the success? Is like you can start small. Don't try to learn everything at once. Pick a few shortcuts from each category and practice them. Use them. The best way is to learn by doing. So, and customize, if you don't like shortcuts, you can change it in your Android Studio settings. Okay, so you can just change it from the Android Studio settings here. uh, okay, all right, so that's it from my side, and catch you up later, guys.